Every week, one writer stands on top of his soapbox and screams louder than everybody else. Hi, I'm Cine Sports' Noah Kozlov. That man, college football writer for Sporting News, Matt Hayes. His First-and-10 column hits sportingnews.com every Tuesday at noon Eastern. This, the weekly preview. Matt, let's start with the Heisman Trophy. Who's the favorite?
Do I scream, Noah? Am I a screamer? The favorite. You,
Sometimes.
me, Greenberg, can throw the P as well as anyone. No, the problem with the Heisman race, I don't know when it happened or why it happened, but at some point we kind of backed ourselves into the corner of the best player on the best team is automatically the Heisman favorite. You know, Andrew Luck had led to think all along. Stanford gets blown out by Oregon. All of a sudden, Andrew Luck is no longer worthy. When Alabama lost, Trent Richardson was no longer worthy. And now we have Brandon Weeden rising to the top at number one because, guess what, Oklahoma State is still unbeaten. For my money, you know who we should give it to? Let's give it to Les. Les Miles. He's the best guy on the best team in the country. That's where my votes go. Can I do that? Les Miles. That's where I'm going.
Sure, you can do that. He's slightly older than the 28-year-old Brandon Weeden, so now we definitely would have the oldest Heisman Trophy winner if Les Miles won it. So let's talk about Les Miles. LSU, an insignificant win over Western Kentucky. Obviously, everyone knew that they would win, but what was significant about the game is what happened off the field with Western Kentucky. Take me through it.
No, you don't know Lance Guidry. I don't know Lance Guidry. Frankly, 100% of the people outside of Western Kentucky don't know Lance Guidry. But Lance had a good time last Friday night, and early Saturday morning he got a DWI there in Baton Rouge. And magically, he coached the next day for Western Kentucky against LSU. So from now on, Noah, anytime I hear about players running afoul of the NCAA law or taking money from agents or getting tattoos when they shouldn't, I'm going to bring up the name Lance Guidry. Because why wouldn't players do whatever they want to do? Their coach, the man who's supposed to lead them, gets a DUI the night before the game and still coaches. Why wouldn't they think they can do whatever they want?
Couldn't agree with you more. Let's stay in the SEC as we were talking about LSU for a moment and go down to Florida. Will Muschamp, can you diagnose what's going on down there with the Gators?
You know what? Will is slowly diagnosing it, Noah. He knows what's going on, but he's slowly releasing information week by week about how we're just not good on the line of scrimmage. We're just not deep enough on the line of scrimmage. We really don't have guys that make plays on offense. Week after week after week, he's letting these things out, when the reality is he should just come out and say, you know what? I was left a bag of goods by Urban Meyer. It's amazing, Noah, absolutely amazing, that less than 2 years ago, this Florida team was coming off back-to-back 13-1 seasons. They are a team right now that is in turmoil. They don't have any playmakers on offense. They got two young quarterbacks. They have 280-pound running backs. They've got no defensive ends. They have no guys that can actually get in a game and say, okay, it's time for me to do something to change this game around. It's amazing. 2 years after 13-1, back-to-back 13-1s, this is where we're at Florida. And I think Will should just step up and say it.
All right, well, you know, if he won't, you will. And you just did. Matt Hayes, national college football writer for Sporting News. His First-and-10 column hits sportingnews.com every Tuesday at noon Eastern. Matt, always enjoy it. Thanks for your time, buddy.
All right, Noah.